Hey, Henry McClure live. Man, I'm out here on Huntoon. And look at this. Look at this. Imagine being broke. You're broke. You're broke. And that's the thing about people. They don't know what it's like to be broke, I guess, some of them that sit up in government. But look, I mean, has anybody ever had to do without? You know, maybe you buy a new pair of shoes for your daughter first before you get a new pair. And maybe you don't replace your jeans because, you know, times are tough. And, you know, make sure... Are you getting what I'm saying? The point I'm saying? So, we don't have enough money to pay for the roads that we voted for with the sales tax money, but all of a sudden we got $3.5 million to give to Bartlett and West to shrink this street down. So, and I love the other street over here, this 12th Street, because you can zip across town, but the fire department doesn't like it. They say it's not safe. I've heard the firemen. But this town, it's like we don't even live in a real world here. We don't. We don't live. It's fantasy land. Hey, MD. This is me ranting about government spending. And I think the only way we're going to reel our spending habits in is to engage the federal government, because I don't believe that we're following the federal guidelines to where our federal funds go. And it appears to me today that we've got a federal government that is willing to buck the system. Forget about the deep state. Defund the NGOs. Not defund them. Just don't allow the NGOs to steal. It's not defunding them. It wasn't their money anyway. Now right there, that right there is a very good piece of real estate, that old Pizza Hut right there. I think that used to be like a drugstore originally. We're going to stop off here. We're going to take full advantage of this rant. I love this on the way home. All right, here. Let's take a look here. Stop the car. I guess I'll turn on the flashers. How y'all doing tonight? I just taking off work. You know, I was talking to my daughter. I was thinking about my daughter the other day. Like, would I want her to do this for a living? And the people that you have to deal with sometimes. You know what I loved about the mall business? We're just so many good people. Mason, Dana. I mean, men of their words. That's our Supreme Court. If you're tuning in from outside of our area, our capital, and it's like, once you run for county commissioner, and I wasn't successful due to Trump lost Shawnee County by 407 votes. And I'm going to try to get the Trump endorsement for me to be mayor. I want everybody to know I support Donald Trump and his agenda. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm willing to take a stand. You know something? If they would have said, let's go back in time. Hey, Hey, there's a bunch of us going to go throw tea off this ship because we think we got taxation without representation. Man, I would say, hey, that's a great idea. Let's go. Yes, sir. I would have loved to have been a part of the Boston Tea Party. But what I wanted to, and that's what the royalty of Topeka is the Chamber of Commerce. The royalty, the monarchs of Topeka, they feed the money to the NGOs, the Chamber, the Greater Topeka Partnership. They feed the money to the NGOs just to circulate it amongst the other lords and ladies. That's what I'm up against. Oh man, I was talking to these ladies today on Kansas Avenue, and I wish I'd have been live. It was so funny. They office out of the old Hills building. They're out walking, and one of the ladies goes, "Hey, you're Henry McClure live." That was kind of fun. But you do have to take a stand. And I want to make, here's where we are. Here's where we really are. You know, in the day, there were Whigs and Tories. And then that outgrew itself. Lincoln became, he was the first Republican. Well, now it's time we got to stop being Republicans and Democrats, and we just got to be Americans. And we got to do what's right. This blowhard attorney down there talking about, he used to be the city man, what a blowhard. He used to be the lawyer for the city, and he was saying, because of DEI, it's why we've got such a diverse city council. And somebody goes, no, it's not. It's just who the people wanted to put in business, But I'm telling you, we got to replace the hotel buyers. They got no business buying hotels. We've got to get the government out of business. And we got to get the government out of giving contracts to all these, we've got no business. We don't have $3.5 million. When are we going to do it different? A friend of mine just left the office, and we had a couple of cups of coffee. We have to do things different. I can prove to you there's about $30 million in money we don't have that we're spending. And I'm telling you what we're doing right now with the hotel is we're fixing all the deferred maintenance for the insider deal that's going to happen. And what we need to do is we need to hold a public forum at the hotel. Everybody can come down and we talk about the hotel to everybody, because basically we're stockholders of that hotel. And the board of directors shouldn't be making the decisions because it ain't their money. And who are the board of directors? The city council. Man, look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that reflection in the Supreme Court? And I sure hope we kick all the liberal judges off that thing. It's so funny. I was talking to a senator just a minute ago. And he was asking me about all these mayor candidates. And I'm honored that the people, like, jumped in. They said, well, you motivated me to run. Hey, I'm telling you who we got to replace is that Brett Kale out in District 5. I mean, he wasn't even going to help support Chick-fil-A and Whataburger. And, man, because the guys that own White Lakes, somebody ought to, I hope the mainline printing people can find somebody in District 5 to take over that's sympathetic to real estate deals. Man, it's a beautiful night. It's clear. It was just a beautiful day in Kansas. Ooh, hey, one thing I got to talk about. And we got a big deal going in Emporia, the Pilot Travel Plaza, and I got a 39-acre project that I'm working there. But I'm also working on a friend that's got 50 acres in Manhattan, and we're getting documents from the city where they're going to run the sewer line and the water lines. I'm going to do my best to create an even playing field so those that come up after me can have a chance to develop and give a shot at this. But we've got to kick the monarchs, the lords and ladies, out of this deal. What's really wild, what's happened, on the national scene or worldwide, was creating a new breed of people, the purebloods. Those that wouldn't get vaccinated. Those of us that fought back completely because of distrusting our government. I didn't want to take a vaccine. And the sheep that did, I'm sorry for you. I'll pray for you. I love you today. But they did the ultimate in separation. They're trying to separate us by race all the time, and socially and economically. Okay, I feel better. I do. I feel a little better. Got that off my chest. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful place. Hey, real quick. Another guy is announcing for governor. Masterson's going to announce. I'm not voting for anybody. They better have Donald Trump's endorsement. Wow. This guy has got a light on the back of his trailer. His bike and trailer? Huh. Well, I guess that's safety first. Trying to get the art gallery open up downtown at 5:20. Try to get it open for First Friday. And Saturday, if you're not doing anything, come down to the old Schlosky's. We got to make Topeka great. We do. We got to make Topeka great. I just think we should be further along as far as the capital cities after all the different places I've been, I'll tell you something. I was in the Missouri Capitol in Jefferson City, and you ought to see the governors over there. Man, I'd never leave one of those with my kid alone. Some of the governors over there. Hey, Mike Siegels might be watching. Mike Siegel, we're featuring Michael F. Siegel's art down in the art gallery, Agape Gallery. And he says once I get it up and going, we'll get him to come here. But I hope you can ship some more of your prints. Freedom of speech, baby. What's funny about that blowhard lawyer that was talking about DEI, he's going to find out it's not too long. You know, if things don't change, old white guys are going to get discriminated on like they are now. I think that's the foundation of discrimination. Somebody who gets to decide what's diverse and the equity and the inclusion. I'm telling you what, if I'm your mayor, you ain't got to worry about it. You come into my office, we'll do a Henry McClure Live. Oh, man. I was telling the senator that I was talking to today about all the stuff that I know about the whistleblowers. What I don't like, and what's happened is, after Steve Wade disintegrated, all the people that he brought in are now bringing in layers of buffers. Why are we growing government when our town's not growing? We need less government. We need less management. We need less people. Look, we got a problem here. If we've got to spend $1 million to have an engineering firm argue with private enterprises engineers, where's the money really going? There are a lot of people, a lot of really good people that work for the city that are being intimidated. They're basically being tortured for working for the city because they're not part of the new club. I know these people, and as your mayor, I'll try to do my best to change the policies. I guess it is time to get a meeting with the city manager to at least air the grievances of those. Hey, look, I'm the guy that said I'll be the voice for the rest of us. look at the mess I got myself into. But that's okay. That's what you got to do. That becomes your civic duty. I think Spencer ought to maybe rebrand his show, because it is a circus, and you know, buying the hotel kind of makes you one of the clowns, my friend. That's $11 million in, and I'm telling you, what's going on is rotten in Denmark. This is Topeka, Kansas. It's going to be an insider deal. And when it all happens, I'm just going to say I told you so. All right. That's all I got. Hey, if you like what I'm saying, go give some money to the Republican Party. You know, I'm not taking donations. I refuse to. Why should I take your money when I'm running on the whole thing is I got to save you money? So save your money right now. Right? Okay, I got to get some sleep. Henry McClure. Henry McClure live. If nobody's told you they love you today, I love you.